What's up? So this is Hasbro Pulse Con 2023 presenter Thew Adams, and I'm going to talk about him here in this video because I talked about Toy Galaxy aka Dan Larson in the previous video. Full disclosure, I am actually filming this after Hasbro Pulse Con 2023 because I was very busy. I had better things to be doing, to be quite honest, than talking about this goofball. So I decided now I have a bit of free time, I'll talk about him now. It works out because I watched Hasbro Pulse Con 2023 and I watch it now in a different way than I would have done years ago. I watch it with a little bit more of a critical eye. I see things like how Thew's videos are very heavily edited, and that came across in the live stream, especially when he was speaking to the Transformers team. Very awkward and was really goofy in comparison to the Transformers team. They're very slick guys by now because they're very well experienced when it comes to being in front of camera and talking and having to talk for a live stream. It's not easy to do live streams. It's very difficult, in fact, and you have an awful lot that's going on in your head to be able to get through a thought process that's actually coherent and that's going to get the point across. So it is a difficult thing to do, even if you have a script in front of you. But just the jarring nature, I thought, of Thew standing with the Transformers team and he's doing weird little moves and, you know, little fist bumps and all these things, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, these guys are looking at him, and I noticed the looks that those guys were given. Those guys were given looks of like, look at what we have to deal with here. You know, it's really something else when you view things with a different eye. Years ago, as I said, I would have just consumed that and would have said, oh yeah, that was grand, got the Transformers reveals. But I look at things a different way now, particularly because the people that are being pushed by these companies. I said it before in a video beforehand that one of the Transformers team blocked me on Instagram. Very wise move, of course, as well. Someone that's a fan of Transformers and that could give good exposure to Transformers. And no, that's okay. We'll go with the leftist agenda pushing individuals that push things like this here. And all the other stuff as well. We'll get into it now in a moment. No problem about that at all. Hasbro Pulse themselves, well aware of me too, because I was critical of the HasLab Unicron and the way that was rolled out. And then when I was critical of the HasLab Dragonfly, they didn't really like that at all. They didn't like the fact that I said that was a woke decision to include Glenda in the Dragonfly. I'm sure that was at Emily's behest. Anyway, we'll get into this here. This is Thew Adams. So just before I jump into this comment that he made, here's his Twitter profile bio. Unbearable Transformers YouTube shenaniganist, drums, rogue limb, he, him, boy. Now, I'm going to be honest with you when I say this. When someone as a dude says they're boy, listen, women get a bit of leeway, they do. They just do, okay? That's how it goes. But fellas don't. You know, when a fella says he's boy, I'm looking and I'm like, nah, you're gay. Like, that's just how it is. That's how things are. No, I'm totally boy. I'm totally that way. Listen to me when I tell you this. Any sensible woman is not going to sit down with you and see that sort of nonsense and go, this is a keeper. This is someone that I'm going to marry. This is someone that I'm going to have children with. They don't look at that. They know. Women are as astute about these things as men are. Anyway, jumping into this here. So that's first and foremost who they're promoting. He's actually telling you his pronouns, which is a ridiculous thing that we're dealing with nowadays, but also telling you his preference when it comes to, you know, yourself. Is that the type of person that should actually be pushed forward by a toy company that's primarily aimed at kids? I don't know about you, but I certainly don't think so. Then you see this comment here. Now, I look at this way. If you were someone that's out there that's like, oh, it's just a joke or anything like that, I'm sure you thought that James Gunn's tweets there, the thousands of them, I'm sure you thought they were jokes as well too. And I'm sure that you're just very easily conned. He says this here. Okay, we did it. Nobody else comment. Now, I set it up here because you have this number here and this is what it's referencing to. So, just as I commented there, why is a toy company hiring a guy that not only is telling you a certain preference, is telling you his pronouns, which goes to show the mental state that the chap is in, and then is posting something like this publicly? Is this what Hasbro stands for? What's going on? What's the story of this? Now, I know Hasbro are promoting t-shirts as well too, of the rainbow and stuff like that. I get that. I understand. I know that they're following this ESG score. I understand this. Everybody does. Everybody knows that they're pushing the leftist stuff. They're pushing the leftist agenda. And they have collected IPs, basically like Thanos from the Marvel movies. that they have Transformers, which is their own, G.I. Joe, which I'm sure that they're probably very ashamed of that brand because it's obviously about freedom and it's about Americanism and stuff like that, and that's something they want to step away from as much as possible. And then they've collected Power Rangers, which they've utterly botched. They've also gotten Marvel, which is also going through the ringer now at the moment, because not only have Marvel ruined Marvel, but Disney has ruined Marvel too. And the same goes for Star Wars. So all of these companies, by the way, is not any surprise, they're all in lockstep together. They're all doing the same thing. That's weird, isn't it? And they're all owned by the same people. They're all funded by the same people. Strange that, isn't it? So, of course, listen, I know I'm talking to you about this guy and I'm asking the question of why are Hasbro hiring this guy. I know why. You know why. But I think it's worth pointing out that this is the type of dude that they're hiring. They're hiring a guy that's proudly displaying a comment like this. I am absolutely in no way interested in comments getting to that number and going, okay, stay that way. That's absolutely disgraceful. It was just jokes. Again, like I said, I think you probably thought that James Gunn and the thousands of tweets that he made were just jokes as well. I'm sure you thought that too, didn't you? And then you've got May Cat there as well. That's one of the people that's involved in Transformers Earthspark, because we keep this Transformers related. And she's saying, oh yeah, all of the woke progressive leftist stuff there, that was actually pushed on by Hasbro. It's not really me, it's them. But they utilised you as well. And when you just take a look at you, you understand that they did that for a very specific reason. So this is a company, by the way, that people are sounding out. And it's great to see now the community are starting to react to things like this. And they're starting to realise, hang on here for a second, there's no way that you would have anybody, not one person from the 3POA, on a live stream here for Hasbro. No chance. No matter how big those guys get, because those guys will get big, they wouldn't have talk or art on one of these streams. I don't even think that they would have someone that's even critiquing them in an even vanilla way that happens to be a conservative, or happens to be a Republican, or happens to be a normal person. Because the people that they've decided to hire as presenters this year, I don't think are normal people. I don't think the people that they've hired before as presenters are normal people. And this is what you get here now. And we have a society, and I know that, and not that there be people that will comment down below, what's a big deal about this? It is a big deal. Because someone is actively posting stuff out like this here, and there isn't any sort of drawback from the company that goes, this is only from the 6th of August. It's actually not that long ago. But the company's going to have all sorts of problems with fellas that are telling the truth about what's going on, and they're like, oh, maybe they're a supporter of this politician, or maybe they're a supporter of this state, or whatever. Like, ridiculous stuff. You look at this guy, it only took me 10 minutes to do this. 10 minutes it took. And you're telling me that the Hasbro team aren't vetting guys like this? But then you look at the Power Rangers team and the people that they had there, absolute complete goofballs, and people are wondering, how come the Lightning Collection's fallen away? Because they had goofies running it. Goofies are running around the place, they are causing mischief everywhere. And they're starting to cause it in every single brand. Have you not noticed that? And now you have a total, I think, joining of forces of these people, and it is so in your face right now that it can't be ignored anymore. And I am one of those people that's not going to ignore this, and I'm going to say things as it is. Say what you like. If you're a leftist that comes in here, couldn't give a rat's what you say, because your opinion means nothing to me. Especially when you've got a guy like this that is promoting a number like that, and that is a very clear indication for where this guy stands and what he thinks is okay. And obviously as well too, by extension, what Hasbro think is okay to be promoting this way. I don't know about you, but I think that this was a very strange decision. I think it's a strange decision to have a guy like this on their streams. I would think in future we're going to get more radical leftists. I really do. I think they're going to get more radical. They're going to actually ramp it up from here. When you're seeing some of the stuff that Dan Larson was tweeting, and then you see this sort of stuff here, what are they going to have next year? I'm telling you now, I am absolutely pumped to see who they have next year, because this will be content as well too for that time when it comes. Do I think that they're going to see sense ever? Not a chance. Absolutely not a chance. So that's why I'm on the lookout. I always am for independent based toy creators. Always on the lookout for them. Because there are people like me that sit here and they look at this and they go, I am buying far less Hasbro product now because of this. In fact, I would try and stop if I could. There are certain things that I enjoy, obviously, like Transformers. I enjoy G.I. Joe. I enjoy Power Rangers. Power Rangers don't have to worry about too much anymore now because they don't know what to do with it, and the brand is in very big trouble. Star Wars is on the way out as well, so I don't buy an awful lot there anymore. So the purchases have gone back. They have declined because I am looking again, like I said, to fill the pockets of people that are based independent toy creators, because I would rather give my money to those guys than give my money to a company like this that's promoting people like this. 100%. You might call me too serious, you might say take a laugh and have a joke or whatever like that. I don't think this is funny at all. I actually think it's pretty sick, and I think that the world is now shifting and people are starting to realise that, hang on here now, worshipping this sort of stuff here and putting this out and proudly posting this, whether it be a joke or whether it not be a joke, not cool. Absolutely not cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Good luck.